Today's topic is sifting and why we do it. So to start with, equipment. I don't actually have a standard sifter. It actually looks a little bit like this. Kind of looks like a metal watering can. But as an alternative, instead of a sifter, we can use a metal strainer. So there are three main reasons why we sift. The first is to combine dry ingredients, for example, salt, baking powder, flour, that sort of thing. So to start with, you measure out your ingredients. So I've got a tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of baking soda, and some flour. And then in a bowl, you just shake over the bowl and the ingredients sift together and combine nicely so that when you have to combine the other ingredients together, everything is combined well. And this is the result, a nice fine combination. Second reason we sift is to remove lumps from things like icing sugar and cocoa. So I have some icing sugar here. You can see, if you've ever worked with icing sugar, it can be kind of lumpy. So again, over a bowl in the metal sieve, shake it. This can be a bit messy, so you want to make sure you can get down into the bowl with the sieve, otherwise you get icing sugar all over the place. And just shake, shake, shake. You can see as I'm shaking how there's fairly large chunks left in the bottom of the bowl. You don't want that in your baking. You get down to the bottom, and if you have some chunks left, you can even take a little bit of a spoon and break them up to get all your ingredients in there. All the way down, and you get finer and finer bits. There we go. And so this is what we have as a result. Again, a very fine combination of the icing sugar. So the third reason we sift is to aerate or put air into the ingredient, for example, flour. To do that, again, the sifter. So the thing with flour is when it sits in a bag like this, you buy it from the store, it sits in your cupboard for quite a while, it starts to compact and get more dense as it sits in the packaging. So when you measure out a cup of compacted flour, you're actually getting more ingredient than a cup of sifted flour. So measure out my cup of flour. And into my sifter. And again, same as before, just tapping it against your hand until all the ingredient is in the bowl. Just like this. Okay? So, one thing to be very careful of when you're sifting is what your ingredient actually says. Does it say a cup of sifted flour or a cup of flour sifted? That it's quite a difference. A cup of sifted flour means you're sifting the flour first and then measuring out a cup. The other way, a cup of flour sifted means you're measuring the cup, then sifting it and then putting it into your recipe. So make sure you're watching what your recipe actually says. So one other thing I do want to add is if you don't have a metal sieve or a standard sifter, another way you can aerate your flour or ingredient is with a wire whisk, measuring it out and whisking it with a wire whisk. That will actually add air to the ingredient as well. And that is sifting for today. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.